You want to know more about this high cabinet? Curious? Yes, and you have all reason to continue watching. Because in this video I will show you its build from panel to finish. The cabinet is made out of precious walnut at the side and white Siberian birch in the middle segment. It has 2 door compartments and 2 drawers. All made with top of the line hardware like the Bloom undermount slider and Euro hinges. The overall and the details are handcrafted on a professional level. And the best part of it, it's manufactured in a corner of a small double garage just using some hand tools. This is part 3, so the finishing part of the series. Here I will lift the secrets behind attachment and adjust of the cabinet's doors and the front panels. Expect something special. And if you're interested, keep on watching. In part 1 and 2, the carcass, drawers and the front panels were built, but only the drawers were installed. So in part 3, the starting point is the cabinet in this build stage. Let us start with the door chest. You will probably know the difference between overlay and inset hinge. Now, what kind of design is this? Kind of both, right? So I will explain why I preferred this design over the 2 others and what to watch out for during its build. Next challenge on the path to the completion is the front panel install on the drawer. Challenge here is my own small gap requirement of only 1.5 mm. But despite this, even in the full slit out position, the drawer must not interfere. Oops, what is that? Okay, but that's not supposed to be that way. So why does this happen? This is my drawer unit out of my previous build, so not this cabinet. For inset drawer designs, the end stop position relies on a robust end stop function of the 2 sliders, reaching the end stop at the same time. For some sliders, that obviously cannot be provided robust enough. The alternative is providing an external end stop at the carcass and attaching the sliders with some preload pulling in against this end stop. But if an insert design is desired also providing an end stop, you will logically end up with this kind of design. Insert design with this kind of overlay end stop. So we talked about the drawers, right? And because of this design at the drawers, we also need to have this carcass design at the door compartment. And the question here is if this kind of design also works for state-of-the-art hinges. Overlay design, but with the outer limitations of an inset hinge. So let us see if there's a way forward. So while giving all these explanations, the door is perfectly sized to the carcass, the master and screw holes in the front panels are pre-drilled and the hinges are positioned and attached in the carcass. So let us cross fingers that there are no interferences that prevent the door from opening. Phew, that was luck. Design works, no collisions. No, not really luck. I was cheating. Before building all this into the carcass and risking to screw up the finished carcass and the door panels, I did some testing on a smaller proof of concept build. You might ask now, did you use the overlay or the inset hinge? It was the overlay hinge. No worries, I provide details in the description below. Okay, that was quite challenging, but the last hurdle is still to come, the front panel install. Small gaps are kind of hobby for premium car designers like I am. Small gaps make the product having a monolithic appearance, despite not noticing it intentionally. This happens in the back of our heads. It is a kind of feeling of compactness, and I cannot hide my true nature and need to have it on my furniture too. Again, here is the moment of truth. Okay, that did not go well. There's a collision. Shh. What now? Well, the drawers still provide a possibility for small fine adjust. Let's see. Okay, luckily there was enough room to play. So next time more precision in the slider install. Some room for improvements. Noted in my backlog. And if anybody out there has a better idea, please share with us in the comments. The very last step is the installation of the handles, and despite being a standard install, there is still some chance to mess something up. Especially close to the end, I experience a kind of easygoing within myself, and that is where the worst and most avoidable mistakes might happen. So especially towards the end of a project, I need to remind myself to be focused and not to rush into the finishing line. So, looking quite good, doesn't it? Let's have a closer look. It is finally done. The cabinet found its way into the office. The available space for files in the door compartment and within the drawers looks perfect. So I hope you enjoyed this video and found some inspiration for your own build. And maybe the one or the other trick that you did not know so far. And if you liked it, please give me a thumb up and maybe you consider subscribing too. Both would help to grow my channel. One last thing. The plans for the high cabinet are available in the plan shop. Link is in the channel header or in the description below.